Welcome to the GMP Plus Feed Safety HACCP QI training for Daybrook Fisheries. Daybrook Fisheries is located in Empire, Louisiana, and catches and processes menhaden fish. Menhaden, or pogies, are caught by a dedicated fleet. These fish are caught in the northern Gulf of Mexico. Our fishing season runs a dedicated 6 months out of a year. Daybrook also has off-site storage warehouses located in Avondale, Louisiana, Memphis, Tennessee, and Cincinnati, Ohio. Daybrook Fisheries is located in Empire, Louisiana, and catches and processes menhaden fish. Menhaden, or pogies, In the United States, the FDA is responsible for protecting and promoting public health through the control and supervision of food safety. Under the FDA, the Food Safety Modernization Act, or FSMA, was signed into law by President Barack Obama on January 4, 2011. FSMA has given the FDA new authorities to regulate the way foods are grown, harvested, and processed. The law grants the FDA a number of new powers, including mandatory recall authority. Through FSMA, feed and feed ingredients such as menhaden are looked at as food. U.S. Department of Commerce stepped up and worked out a deal with the FDA through a memorandum of understanding that they would take on the menhaden industry under their leadership and inspect us through the MFS group since they handle seafood inspections and we are a fish processor. It is still that way today, and USDC, NOAA, and NMFS inspects us 3 times a year and certifies us for HACCP. Other certification that Daybrook holds are GMP+, FORS, and MSC. These certifications are vital in ensuring our customers that our products are safe, responsible, and sustainable. Good manufacturing practices. What is GMP+? The letters GMP stand for Good Manufacturing Practices. The plus sign covers other areas such as HACCP, Hazard Analysis of a Critical Control Point, ISO, International Standards Organization, and FSMA, the Food Safety Modernization Act. Why GMP? Fish as a feed ingredient forms an important link in the food chain as animal feed. The animal feed is consumed by animals, and those animals can be consumed by humans. It is vital that we practice good manufacturing while making this feed ingredient. GMP practices require control and participation from operators, supervisors, managers, and quality assurance. What are my responsibilities as an employee? What are my responsibilities as an employee? Personnel responsibilities. Disease control is vital in any GMP Plus facility. Illness, open or infected wounds, or communicable diseases should be reported to your supervisor. Cleanliness, good hygiene practices should be followed, such as clean uniforms and boots upon arriving to work, hand washing after restroom use, hand sanitation before entering a production facility, and footwear sanitizing. Personnel responsibilities. Personnel responsibilities also include no eating food, smoking, spitting, chewing gum, etc. in all production and storage areas. All trash must be placed in a trash bin, including water bottles, cups, cigarette wrappers, or any trash on person. Any violation of this rule would result in disciplinary action. Personal items such as jewelry, which includes watches, chains, earrings, and bracelets, must be removed when entering the storage areas. Do not carry personal items in pockets in process or storage areas. This includes open areas like the raw box. Cell phones, pens, earphones or earbuds, and some tools should not be used above these open areas as they are a risk that could fall in and contaminate the product. Facility grounds. Property should have a clean appearance upon entrance. It should be free of weeds and grass, free of litter. Equipment should be properly stored, including rolling stock and spare parts or equipment. All trash cans should have a cover and be labeled trash only. This includes dumpsters. Smoking is only permitted in designated areas. Please check with your supervisor if you are unsure where these designated areas are located. Violation of this rule will result in disciplinary action. Smoking is only Facility buildings. All buildings should be in good repair and properly maintained. Footbaths and rolling stock sanitation should be used upon entry by foot traffic or by vehicle traffic. Hand sanitizing should be used upon entrance to the buildings. Screens on the fan systems must be in place. Pest control must be utilized. Implement storage must be maintained. Dust control must be monitored. And foreign matter control or product safety should always be utilized in the buildings. Facility building. Manufacturing practices review. Always maintain cleanliness of your work area. All hoppers and conveyors should be closed with a cover and clamps. Tools, implements, and hoses should be stored. There should be no eating or drinking in the process facility. Foreign matter control should always be utilized, and employee sanitation practices should be followed. Manufacturing practices. Shipping department. The shipping department is the last department that the product goes through before it is received by a customer. This requires maintaining a clean and sanitary loadout area. Conveyors and downspouts should be emptied or purged after use and recovered to prevent contamination. Hoppers or containers should be inspected before loading. They are not allowed to clean out on the plant property. All spills should be immediately cleaned up, and foreign matter control should always be practiced. Documentation. Record keeping is critical and a mandatory part of auditing. Records therefore must be accurate, with no shortcuts, no whiteout. Mistakes should be crossed out with one line and initialed. Use ballpoint pens only. Keep in mind, these records are part of audit procedures and reviewed by the FDA. We must maintain 3 years of accurate records. Critical control point. What is a CCP? A critical control point is the point in the process that proves where bacteria can be controlled. At Daybrook, we utilize our cookers as our CCP. This is the first point in the process that reaches at least 185 degrees Fahrenheit. The product should remain in the cookers for at least 15 minutes. Alarms are placed should the temperature fall from the baseline, 188 degrees Fahrenheit and below. Products should divert back to the raw box if the temperature drops below 185 degrees Fahrenheit. A visual observation of press cake is made through each shift to assure the proper cooking. The press cake must not have any red meat indicating lack of cooking. Validation of the cooking process is shown through records. An automated time retention and temperature report documents the cookers while in production every shift, day and night. Visual observation of press cake is documented every 2 hours by the operator. Both sets of reports are signed off by the operator on duty, supervisor, and management. These records are kept for a minimum of 3 years and are reviewed in audit procedures. Assurance. Document control is vital to ensuring our CCP is an active kill step. These records are monitored by regulators, including the FDA, and accuracy is key. Food safety. How Daybrook protects the product. No matter your position here at Daybrook, food safety involves everybody in the food chain, and it is all of our responsibility to make sure the customer is delivered a safe product. HACCP, HACCP stands for Hazard Analysis Critical Control Point. Under HACCP, there are three known hazards: physical, chemical, and biological. Physical hazards. Physical hazards can include, but are not limited to, metal parts, glass, paper, plastic, or cloth, stones, rocks, or concrete, bones, packaging materials, electrical wire, and tie straps. Physical hazards can include anything that is in the product that is not part of the product. True or false? The magnets that are in place around the facility protect the product from any foreign material that gets in the system. Magnets only attract certain types of metals. Other materials, such as glass, plastic, and wood, are not attracted. Some metals that are not attracted to magnets include copper, silver, gold, magnesium, platinum, aluminum, and more. The following pictures depict items that were in the production warehouse that were not allowed. Wooden handled items, duct tape, and plastic poles are not allowed in the warehouse. Peeling stickers, grease guns are both food safety hazards and should be removed. PPE such as gloves or items such as trash or metal should be immediately picked up if not in use. These are food safety hazards. The following pictures show food safety hazards in the process, such as rope around the screw system, as well as water bottles and PPE on the walkways on the raw box. Biological hazards. Biological hazards are undesirable microorganisms, such as salmonella. Other diseases include BSE, or mad cow disease. Ways biological hazards can enter the process. The CCP not meeting required time and temperature controls. Improper use of foot baths and hand sanitizers. The sanitation schedule not being followed. Open conveyor systems past the CCP. Human adulteration. Vehicles not sanitized correctly upon entrance of the production buildings. And bird excrement. Chemical hazards. Chemical hazards can include but are not limited to caustic, acid, pesticides, petroleum products, cleaners, fuel, lubricants, and chemicals such as pesticides, paints, or solvents. Ways chemical hazards can enter the process include chemical spills, mechanical breakdowns, or the improper use of a chemical. All chemicals should be stored after use in a locked location. PPE is a vital part of ensuring employee safety while working. Wearing proper PPE is a required part of your job role here at Daybrook Fisheries. With this requirement is a responsibility to ensure the PPE doesn't interfere with the product. Ensure that PPE is secure while in use. Earplugs and safety glasses should be secure on your person along with your hard hat to prevent these items from falling into the system and contaminating the product. Keeping track of your PPE and wearing it correctly will ensure that you and the product remain safe. In the food safety world, prepare and prevent, don't repair and repent. Report any hazard immediately. Observe your area at all times, and be knowledgeable of company policies and procedures. What happens if a product is recalled? Now let's go over a scenario of a recall. One Daybrook pet food truck is valued at approximately $32,000. Our customer uses zero point 0.3 pounds of our product in their 6-pound bag of pet food, selling for $37.29 each. One truck of our pet food will end up in approximately 153,000 bags of customer pet food on the store shelves. The customer finished product is valued at about $5.7 million total. Hypothetically, let's say that our customer sells a batch of pet food in stores that results in the death of many pets. The customer investigates and finds that the problem came from Daybrook. The FDA, the customer, and Daybrook would initiate a product recall. Daybrook would bear the cost of the entire recall and the claims by the customer and the customer's customers. Daybrook would lose the confidence of the customer and other pet food buyers. It could cause Daybrook to lose current and future pet food contracts. Daybrook would then be investigated by the FDA, and upon investigation, it is possible that Daybrook could be closed. An estimated total recall cost is between $26 to $36 million. With these numbers in mind, safety isn't expensive, it's priceless. It is vital that as you work at Daybrook, you use good common sense and report anything that you see that could be a violation of food safety. Food safety is everyone's job here at Daybrook. It is vital that as you work at Daybrook, you use good common sense and report anything that you see that could be a violation of food safety. Food safety is everyone's job here at Daybrook.